Today, from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Deshaun Watson and the Indianapolis Colts taking on Joe Burrow and the Tennessee Titans.
We have a perfect day for football, and the roof is open, in fact, here at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, they come in playing well on both sides of the ball. Winners of 6 of their last 8 games. Is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff. Hunt's going to run left. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Boswell good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. And looking to erase his memory bank from his opening drive a moment ago that ended in a pick-6 for the first points of the ball game.
And in my experience, a lot of quarterbacks, after throwing a pick-6, the first thing they want to do is fire another one and get those points back immediately. But what really helps you get back in sync is a good, long, methodical drive, mixing the run and the pass, tamp things down a little bit.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And they go play action now. Burrow. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the fourth down.
Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And this will go for 5 up to the 33. Now, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visiting Colts who won that first matchup. So they'll look for the season sweep here back home in Indy. On 2nd down, Etienne once more. Oh, shifts past him. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Watson now to throw. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow.
A little football one-on-one there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down, escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
On 1st down, Watson. Touchdown! Noah Fant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game. They always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Extra point put through by Boswell, and it's now 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Tennessee offense set to go again. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Burrow looking to pass. Getting this into the hands of his tight end, Zach Davidson. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Well, these two teams met in Indy earlier in the year with the Colts coming out on top. So if they can find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They're passing here. Joe Burrow finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 31 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
On first down, Hunt. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A first red zone opportunity for the Titans. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Burrow will throw. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That catch good for only a couple. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Davidson. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And Zerline's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, They just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he goes out of bounds after a solid return to the 45.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning. That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
A handoff for Etienne. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll try the air now with Watson. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 24-yard line.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On first down, it's Watson. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Watson. Flush to his right. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Colts. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And the quarterback was in the pocket, flushed out, had to go on the run, little scramble drill action, but still able to make the play for the score.
Where's Sir Francis Tarkenton when you need him? I know that wasn't him on the field, but I see that number 10 running around right now, creating those types of plays. These guys today are emulating him.
Wasn't sure you were going to get Sir Francis Tarkenton into the broadcast, but you did, my friend. Well done.
Hey, every now and then we got to bring back the old guys, don't we?
Yeah. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3. I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Here's Jordan Berry now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Ross on the return. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Here's a give to Etienne. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee?
Hey, baby, this ain't good enough.
He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
You don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Off of play action, it's Watson. The open man here, Renfro. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Etienne. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
2nd down and goal. Watson. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
That's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks. And you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Eluding the man. A big loss here as he's taken down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And Boswell's kick is good. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Kenny Golladay making his way back onto the field with the rest of this offense. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well. And they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried. Because a lot of times, that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Burrow. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught inside the 5. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now it's Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Colts would extend their lead here just before halftime. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they were able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got him in position.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down. Now a first down throw, Watson. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that. Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there for Indy. Defender was right there in his shorts. Is that one of those situations as a DB where you just tip your cap and say, nice catch?
Well, you're supposed to, but a true competitor, he's not tipping his cap at all. He's upset he still didn't make the play. If it's a 50-50 ball or a moment of truth, he's got to win more than his fair share of them as well.
Probably especially angry because if it was incomplete, would have been 4th down.
Exactly.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, it's Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Watson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Boswell's kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good game and a first down.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They'll run with Hunt on second down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
A beautiful fake. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
Here's a handoff to Hunt running left. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. He gets it quickly to Galladay. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. In. Touchdown, Tennessee. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year and 4th overall. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And the lead is down to 24. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Now Etienne to start the drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Another tote for Etienne. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 57 yards on the ground for him so far. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. They'll run with Etienne. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. To throw is Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess. Touchdown, Titans! Mike Gesicki, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for 2. Burrow's going to look to throw for it. Now Burrow loses the football.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they've made some good adjustments, though. He's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing him all sorts of trouble. Now that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson going deep downfield for Ross. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big play there for Indy.
And that last throw is going to keep him climbing that all-time passing yards leaderboard as he crosses the 25,000-yard mark now for his career.
He just recently passed Bart Starr. Next up for him, Bob Greasy. That's 2 Hall of Famers, 2 Super Bowl winners, multiple Super Bowl winners. So he's getting up with the legends now. Congratulations.
They'll run. It's ETN. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Watson. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what...
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
No. Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point now by Boswell. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Tennessee offense set to go again.
Here we go.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Swings this out for Hunt. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Second and 6.
Here we go. 180.
They'll set up to throw. That ball caught by Campbell. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Here we go.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Hey, check back.
Looking to throw. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, come on, Hey, check back, back six.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 22-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
55. Hey, eat. Watch the run. 55 is Mike, guys. 55.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Colts are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
78 yards rushing for him now to this point.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Etienne once more. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check. 40's Mike. 40's a Mike. I'm here all day. Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, let's switch the mic right here.
Here's Watson. Incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On 2nd down, Etienne once more. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
no doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7.
And Watson's going to throw it here.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Teron Johnson able to pick it.
And the Titans force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Well, they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That was a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And he completes it to Hunt. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Here we go. Can. Start. Watch safety green. Watch safety green.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. Throw left side taken in by Galladay. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Here we go. Hey, can.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow.
Going right back to Galladay.
Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Here we go. Switch up. Square was hot. Check 55. Check.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guy